Hey coaches, here's a look at our beast diamond formation. First part of this, I just want to go over the formation, the alignments, and things like that. This formation is a balanced formation. The offensive line's balanced. It's three-man surface to each side, and it has four backs, counting the running back as the direct snap player in the backfield. So what this does is it forces the defense to have to defend both sides of the formation. So once they defend both sides of the formation, you could overload one side and they just can't match the numbers. Overload meaning blast, having send two lead blockers to the right, and these guys can't really match because pre-snap they're already spread out. If that makes sense. So that's what I like best about this formation. I think it's a little trickier to run sweeps out of this, but overall I think it's a solid formation and it's great for all age levels and team skill sets. All right, coaches, let's get into some plays. First play here is our C-gap ISO. It's basically we're just ISO blocking across the board here. Center's going to step play side. He's going to base the nose. Our right guard's going to climb to linebacker. These kids are going to have inside over free blocking rules. Our two guards and two tackles have inside over free blocking rules. No one on our inside, no one over, free for linebacker. No one inside, no one over, free for backside linebacker. There's a guy in our inside, so we're blocking him. Center is going to step in his gap and base this D end out. So we got to make sure we do a good job flipping our hips, getting our butt inside, and then running our feet. Okay. If this kid creeps up pre-snap, just take the tight end's got to block down on him, and then the W will kick out. Right. Or you could have the W meet him on the line, which probably wouldn't be great. But ISO, you definitely want to run at gaps, like against the 5-3 and even front here. Okay, which means I'm sorry, an odd front. Center's covered, so an A gap ISO would be good. A C gap ISO would be great against this look. But yeah, we want to attack the gaps. Wing back is going to be our ISO player, and you could number these any way you want. He's going to ISO this play side backer, simple handoff to our F, and we're going to go. And want make sure your T carries out a good fake because you could do some boot stuff off of this. Because remember, this is going to be one of your better players, one of your running backs. So make sure he carries out his fake. All right, and okay, A gap ISO against an odd front here. Same concept. Inside over free blocking rules. We want to step inside, get our butt inside, and run our feet. We want to base this kid out. We're going to isolate the middle linebacker on A gap ISO. Okay, and then obviously the outside linebacker is the isolation. It's the kid we're isoing on C gap. All right, direct snap, hand to the F, carry out fake. Very simple. Doesn't get much simpler than ISO. All right, here's one of my favorite plays in all of football, regardless of the formation. It's buck. So our play side, right tackle, and tight end, they're going to block gap down backer. No one in our gap, no one down linebacker. No one in our gap, there's a defender down, so we're blocking down. Right guard's going to pull tight right off the butt of these down blocks. He's going to kick out the D end, aim and point inside hip. Backside guard's going to pull wrap for this play side linebacker. Center, we draw this up. He's going to step play side, base the nose. H is going to replace the guard. He's going to block down, and we're all just going to block down. We're going to execute a great fake to our W, and then the T will it just says his guard's crossing his face. Our direct snap player, which got labeled as T, he's going to take the ball and then get right behind the guard. And make sure this kid doesn't exaggerate the handoff too much. You want him just to step, kind of ride fake with the W, and then as soon as that guard crosses his face, boom, we want to get right behind the guard and cut off the guard's block. So that's buck blocking, GF counter. Another great play here. Okay, so now the H is just going to fake left. Hopefully that'll hold some of the backside. We're going to get a double team on the play side nose. Our backside guard's going to pull. He's going to kick out the edge to contain player. I want to make this a red. And guys, this diagram's available if you're interested. These plays are available. If you're interested in the PDF, email me, youthfootballonline@gmail.com. So we're going to get a double team on the nose. If you don't have to double team the nose, that's great. Just have this kid climb to linebacker. We are going to get double team the play side D tackle regardless of the defense. So we're going to get a double team here. We're going to pull tight. We're going to kick out, aim and point inside hip. The F is going to lead block. The T is going to turn towards the W, take a step down, kind of like he's doing a running back, like a mesh, okay, handoff mesh, and he's going to pull the ball. He's going to go right behind the F as he lead blocks for him. So you definitely want to exaggerate that fake a little bit, step left, and then he pushes off and gets right behind the F. So it's basically just a direct snap to your F, the backside guard pulling, and the W just crossing his face. All right, here's a play we call counter sweep. Nice play here. Tough, do have a tough block for our H-back, but we do like this a lot. We're going to fake to the W. The H is going to lean that way for half a second. All right, and he's going to lean out and seal. Actually, counter sweep at all. Still down. Hard. All right, guys, next play is trap to our H-back. Nice, nasty little play here. We're going to get a double team on the play side nose, or the nose guard. We're going to kick out the play side defensive tackle. Our right guard's going to pull, tight pull path right off the butt of the down block. He's going to kick out the T. Our left guard and center are going to double the nose. The left tackle is going to dip, rip, get right to that middle linebacker. Okay, we have to be fast. Cross that face of that tackle. Get right to the middle linebacker. There's no need to touch this kid. Just dip, rip, run right to the middle linebacker. Okay, and the tackle's going to, the tight end's going to block down. Again, we're not touching this. He's going to check his inside gap, make sure this kid doesn't blitz. He's going to climb to linebacker. The H is going to take one step towards the T. He's going to take the handoff. He is going up the midline first, so that's why he has to step towards him. We're going down the midline, and then we're up the midline, and then we're going to bang it back behind the kick out. W is going to replace the pulling right guard. These kids are just going to block down. All right, they're all just replacing the lineman inside of them. F's going to go that way, and it's a nasty little play, fast hitting, great play. All right, so we got sweep play here. We're going to sweep for H. It's basically just everyone's lead blocking. We're going to step. We're going to try to reach the end. If we can't reach that DN, which it is a tough block, you can have the W work to seal and kind of help him out. So have this kid, he could cheat his split out and back maybe a little bit too, because that'll give him a nice angle to seal this DN. So he's going to probably have to help with the DN. If you could reach him, great, but most likely this kid's probably going to have to help out. So he's going to seal the outside shoulder. The F's going to lead block. The H is going to cross the face of the quarterback, take the handoff and go. T is going to fake and then hand off to the H and then fake inside. Now, guys, you don't need a direct snap player here, meaning you don't need to put your running back here. If you got a mobile quarterback, these plays are great too. All right, so that's the sweep play, and then the linemen, they're all just step and play side, they're reaching. So simple play. All right, here's a trap lead. This is a really nasty play. We're going to get a double team on the nose, left tackle is going to the mic, and literally the lineman blocking rules are the same, just like they are on the regular trap. All right, the trap by the H-back trap, same blocking rules apply. All right, the H is going to cross his face. T is going to plant. As that W crosses in front of him, that's when he's going to go. W is going to go first. The H is going to come behind him flat. Okay, that's an important coaching point, so don't collide. He's working downhill. He's basically going to follow that guard. He's going to lead through. Going to take the first linebacker that shows. We're going to get a pull trap here. Nice tight pull path. This kid's going to climb the backer. All right, backside. They're all going to step down and replace. Climb. All right, so very simple play, but it's really nasty. And if you have the H-back trap installed, you could run trap to the T. Nasty play right here. Just getting that extra lead blocker inserting into the play really makes a big difference. All right, guys, here's counter pass. It's basically just tight end over concept. It's pretty much in everybody's playbook. Everybody carries something, some sort of drag or something to their tight end. So in this play is off faking to the H, and the H is coming to the right. He's gonna boot out to the left, get some depth. He's gonna work high to low. We're gonna look for the tight end. If tight end's not open, we're gonna look for the tight end dragging across. And if nothing's open, we could either run, because this is one of your better players, or you could throw hot on the speed out in the flat to the H. Okay. So there's options there. You could have the H lead block if you want extra blocking. Okay, you could have the H. You can have the H actually lead block for him. Okay, and then make it kind of like an RPO. If these kids aren't open, this kid could just take off and run, and he has an extra lead blocker. So, there's options there. or you could have them at, just like I drew it up originally, run into the flat, and then you kind of have like a flood. You have a high to low. So you have three-man concept over pretty much two defenders. So one of the three will be open. But again, I like this option too, fake into the H. Then you're bootlegging out. And then if there's nothing there, you could run. QB just yell, go, go, go. Have the H lead block for him. The F is going to replace the tight end. He's got to attack this block very quickly. All right. You could have him cheat up and over a little bit to close that distance, because this is a tough block. We got to attack the outside shoulder of this DN. All right. So those are the plays out of our beast diamond formation.